When you pray for the rain, then get ready for the mud. Hey pluggers, you're welcome to another episode of Plugin, a safe space for healing, growth, and real conversations. Always remember that Plugin is that space where we talk about the most honest truths and even the ones that we don't like to tell ourselves, but they are still the honest truth. Today's episode is a solo episode, and my name is Rina. I'm your host. If you love Plugin, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Now let's get right into today's episode and stay plugged in. Today we're talking about the topic belonging and becoming. In life, or should I say generally as humans, when we are having our own personal time alone, let me put it like that, those times whereby you don't involve anybody, it's more of you and you and you and you alone. I say something often that you can lie to everybody, but you cannot lie to yourself. You can deceive everybody, but you should not deceive yourself, because at the end of the day, everything is going to bounce back to you. So today's topic is about belonging and becoming. Let's talk about the seasons and the periods of loneliness that feels like you are the only one in that boat. You are the only one making those decisions. You are the only one making those moves. That's becoming and belonging. That is becoming. Becoming is not something that happens overnight. It is something that takes a process. It's a journey. So it takes time before it eventually happens. Now, the society celebrates more of transition than celebrates more of transformation. Sorry. What do I mean? What I mean is that when someone is transitioning into a new phase, a new era, it's more about you. Like, it's more about you yourself than any other person, because there are some hard truths you need to tell yourself, and some hard decisions that you have to make that nobody can make them for you. I think that's just the process of becoming. It's not like the world is punishing you, or like life is punishing you. It's just the way life is. That's it. You have to make those decisions. You have to take those decisions. Even the ones that you know that might have consequences, you need to be ready to stand against, stand up for yourself, because it's the journey of becoming. One thing with becoming is you need to be ready for the good and the bad times. I saw something recently that said that when you pray for the rain, then get ready for the mud. Because if you want to become, if you want a shift, if you want to live a particular era that you're trying to transition into a new one, you should be ready for the backlash that might come with it. Because not everybody would really love what you're doing. So it's up to you to stand up for yourself, to stand right for yourself. Another thing when it comes to belonging and becoming it, accepting who you are without waiting for others, accepting who you are without waiting for the validation of other people, accepting that this is who I am before any other person says it. So it goes as the most tiniest thing, like saying, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am intelligent, I am filled with grace, I have light in me. You don't need anybody to tell you this. You have to be the one to keep telling yourself. So even when other people say it, it's not a validation from them. It's just a back of oh, I know I'm beautiful. I know I carry so much light. Oh, I know I carry so much grace. Without anybody giving you that validation that, oh, you are beautiful. You already do. So it's just you are putting the ice on the cake, their own response, or them saying it just feels like you are putting an ice on the cake. Another thing that you need to understand about becoming and belonging is you need to reflect on the quiet times. There are times whereby it's just you. It goes into the little habits, the small habits. I used to say that the mind has a way of becoming itself, or the mind has a role that it plays when you are becoming. So it goes as far as you want to give a response, but you know that response is not right. You have to train your mind. It goes into maybe you think that you cannot do this. Everybody has said, oh, you can do it. You have to train your mind to say, I can do it. I don't know how to explain, but there are just some things that nobody can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. It's like when you are praying for something, nobody can really have faith for you. So even when your mind is against it, that, oh, I can't do this. I don't have the financial capacity for it. But you believe that it can happen. You have to be the one to keep training your mind and say, I have faith. Okay, I can do this. The funniest thing is your mind will be against you, telling you that you cannot do it. But you have to be the one to stand up and say, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And one thing with becoming that you need to understand is that, like I said, it's a journey, which means that today your mind will be against you that you can't do it. Tomorrow your mind will be against you. The next day, by the next 10 days, 20 days, a month, it might take you about 2-3 months for you to train your mind to accept that you can do it. That is becoming. Becoming doesn't mean that you would not transition into another phase or another era. But becoming explains that there are several phases and eras that you can become into. So take for example, at your job, or let me use the corporate workers as example, the 9 to 5 job. Transitioning from just being an intern to now be like a full worker, or you're trying to climb the ladder of the 9 to 5 life and you're working towards a promotion. There are some things that you just have to do them by yourself. One thing with belonging and becoming most especially is that nobody can do it for you. Nobody can make those decisions for you. Nobody can help you to do it. Maybe just their assistance and their support, but you are the only one doing the most hardest job. In fact, the most difficult job. You are the only one doing it. Let me read something to you that I wrote while I was preparing for this episode. It says that the hardest part of becoming is saying goodbye to what's familiar. So you're in a new phase, you're in a new era, you're transitioning into something new. You need to understand that you have to say goodbye to that old self. It's like you are updating it. So it's still the same person, but it's much updated. You forgive now. You don't allow anybody to play with your peace. You don't allow anybody to even look down on you. You don't allow anybody to just say anything because you know how your mind is going to take it. And you don't allow anybody to turn you into what you're not. You're not a wicked person. So you understand that human beings will always be human beings. And whatever they do, you just take it away from your shoulder that you're just living like a human being. And you don't allow these things to really get to you. At the end of the day, it's about you, not about them. Let me share something with you real quick. When I go back from school and I go home, I used to call myself a morning person because I realized that when I wake up in the morning, I get to have more productive things to do, or I have like a productive day than the days I don't wake up early. But when I go back home, I think the school life sort of destabilized my sleeping routine. So I'd sleep late and wake up late and all of that. Remember in one of the episodes I spoke about that sometimes life will throw some things at you that you just have to rebrand yourself. I had the reason to start going to the gym. So I know that I have to always wake up early. And if you know what it feels like to sleep late and wake up early, you know that it's not one of the most easiest things. In fact, you want to lie down back on the bed, especially when you have the luxury of it, like you have the freedom for it. Nobody's going to beat you or nobody's going to see you're not doing anything. But I had to train myself to always wake up much early. To always put things in place before I go so that I have like a productive day. It goes into me training my mind that then I just have to stand up. Because if you don't stand up, nobody's going to take your body to the gym for you and actually like do the things that you are expected to. Becoming means that you are training yourself to take responsibility, to be accountable, and once again, to stand up for yourself without waiting for anybody. Becoming is a journey that takes time and kindness, which means that you need to learn to be kind to yourself and even to be kind to that new era that you're trying to transition to. So it's not a case of you, should I say, insulting yourself now or blasting yourself even when it goes wrong. So this is it. I'm trying to transition into something else. I'm trying to transition into tech, for example. You know for sure that you are not even a computer student, or probably you don't even have any experience in tech. Be ready for the days that things will not go exactly as planned. So be kind to yourself, be calm with yourself, because nobody can do it better than you do. Like I said, whatever other people are saying, it's just the icing on the cake. It's like when you are cooking your food and you just put some seasoning on it, you just put some spice on it. The food is already there. The spice just makes it better. So it means that you know yourself that I can do this thing. So the support from other people doesn't mean that you're waiting for them to tell you. That's becoming. You're not waiting for them to tell you. You already know and you just stand by it. We don't wake up as new people. We grow into what we want to become. Now, for becoming and belonging, it means that you are transitioning into a new phase, into a new period, into a new season that you believe that you belong in. I don't know if you get me. You are transitioning into a new phase, into a new era that you believe that you belong in. If you don't believe that you're becoming, if you don't believe that you belong there, in the journey of you becoming, it might actually take a lot of time before you actually get there. Or you might not even get there like you want to, because you've already even reduced the chance by saying you do not belong there. So you need to believe that you belong to that promotion room. You need to believe that you belong to that contract. You need to believe that you belong in those rooms that you think that they are bigger than you. You need to believe that you belong there. When you believe that you belong there, then you're ready for the journey of becoming where you belong. It's plugging, guys. And I can tell you for sure that this week, I want you to not only belong, but also check your journey of becoming. And I promise you that I'm going to see you at the top where you belong, even after the journey of becoming. If you love this episode, kindly subscribe, share, comment, and like. Don't forget to share this with any other person that you know that also needs to listen to this. It's plugging, guys. Stay plugged in.